Hey everybody, this is Dark Side Elite here, and I finally was able to sit down and watch this movie, The Way Back, but with Ben Affleck in it, and man, I'm gonna literally say it right here and now. This movie is Ben Affleck's middle finger to WB. This is their middle finger to them, because this movie shows a lot of what Ben Affleck was dealing with during his alcoholism and how he was fighting back against what's going on and this and that. Now, they didn't really touch into that because they were using it was a basically a basketball movie that was showing this an ex basketball star and the problems that he was going with his family and the loss of a child and how he was delving himself into his alcoholism to numb the pain and him having to deal with these boys and get them to the championships and what happened with him. Now, this was a phenomenal movie. I put the Way Back up there with is it Hoop Dreams? There was another basketball movie that came out. It was really good, and also even Remembering the Titans. I put this movie up there. It's not. It feels very short, and it feels more personal towards Ben Affleck's character than anything else. But but it's very poignant on what it's trying to tell you about the power of alcoholism and what it will do to a person. And that's what I think that Ben Affleck was doing in this movie. I think that he was focusing all of the troubles that he was having during his stints and him losing everything and he focused that all in there into this movie, into his acting, and he did a phenomenal job. I almost shed a tear a couple of times. I'm not a person that cries in the middle of movies. Um, I don't get that very emotional movies. I feel the emotion, but I don't shed a tear. There are only a very few times that do it. Remember the Titans did that for me, and this movie almost got me there because Ben Affleck was really pouring his heart into this movie, and it showcased that he was very passionate, and he was very passionate about a lot of things, and he focused that all into this movie, and he gave quite possibly one of his better performances. Um, his movie Live by Night was phenomenal. I do recommend all of you to watch that movie. It's great. It is a great movie. It got completely screwed over because the media screwed him over. That's what they did. They screwed him over on that movie. That movie is not supposed to be put on no Walmart $5 barrel bin. That movie is a phenomenal movie. It doesn't deserve that. Ben Affleck put a lot of heart and soul in that movie and a lot of sacrifices. And this movie is showcasing to us that it's showcasing that he is still battling, and he deserves to have some privacy to himself. I think he needs to rebuild himself, and I think doing this movie and then the Triple Frontier movie and doing one other movie really got him out of it. And I think that he's gonna go back to making movies again, get his mind back onto making movies, become a filmmaker, writing and producing and directing, get himself behind the camera and doing his stuff. But I think that this movie is showcasing that he does not want to come back as Batman. I think that he moved on, and it's heartbreaking. Watching this movie is heartbreaking to me because the ending of this movie is showcasing that he wants to get back to his first passion, and his first passion is making movies. And I think that he wants to get back to that, and that's what this whole title is, The Way Back. He's finding the way back to becoming who he is, and him putting himself back into the whole superhero genre is for him is probably going to bring up too much crap. And I think that him getting himself behind the camera, fixing himself back up, getting himself back into his stint, getting himself on his AA, and making himself into the man that he set himself out to be for his wife, for I'm sorry, not his wife, for his ex-wife and for his kids, for his boys, and showcase that that you come back from any adversity as long as you put your mind and heart into it. That's what I feel that he was putting into this movie, and I applaud the man. I will shake this man's hand. I wish he comes back as Batman. I really do. I wish he will come back as Batman, but I completely do understand if he does not want to, and I don't want to force him to, and I think WB shouldn't force him to. I think if he wants to come back, he will find the way back. He will find the way back. He, like the title says, he will find his way back if he wants to come back as Batman. And I don't think anybody should force him to. I think that we should give him his space, and but give him his applaud that he was willing to do this. And I think by this movie coming out, he is doing a lot more voicing about the cut, and I think that that's the reason why. I think that he believes that movie should be out. He knows that WB screwed Zack Snyder. He knows that WB screwed him out. He knows that the higher ups screwed him out. Now anybody can say, "Oh yeah, well Jeff Johns had no." I think Jeff Johns was a part of it. He wanted to try to make billions, which is their prerogative, but they were not thinking about the creative decisions. They were just thinking about what can make them the most money. And I think that that's what and I think honestly that to me is what got Ben Affleck away from doing this. It basically drained whatever he cared about making this movie for, and that's when he made him, and that's when he walked away. This movie in itself is a damn good movie. It's very simple. It goes by really quick. Before you know it, you're already halfway into it, and by the time you blink again, you're already at the end of the movie. It's a pretty short movie. It does not need to be long. There was not like this whole triumphant that he took them to the championships and they won the championships and he found his way back. No, there was a lot more that was going on, and there was a lot more that really took it into a different turn, and I think that that was the best way they did that, and that's something we never not really have seen that much of in these type of movies when it comes back to these comeback movies. Usually it's always they come back and then they battle against the superior team, and they showcase that they are the underdogs, and they come back and they win. In this one it's a lot different, and I think that that was the best way that was a great way of ending this. And again, Ben Affleck did a really great job. A lot of the actors did a really great job. And I'm hoping that he does another one of these. I hope he does another comeback movie. And I hope in the next one, in my honest opinion, the one thing I would love for him to do is a spy espionage movie. But the next one I have a feeling we're going to get is The Accountant 2. He wants to get back to doing that. And I'm hoping that he puts his heart and soul, and WB just stays away from him for a while. I think that just giving him his creative space and let him do what he has to do, and you're going to get a phenomenal movie. And now how I will rate this, I'm rating this as an 8.5. There are a few things that I wish they could do, but that's just my creativeness versus Ben Affleck and this director, and I wouldn't take it away. I wish it was a little bit longer, but I think that if you made it a little bit longer, it would drain, it would stretch out certain things that wouldn't make any sense. There's parts in here where he's trying to get to the core of these boys and get them to become true champions, and I wish they kind of fulfilled that a little bit more. But again, it's one of those, it would be a complete comeback story, but it's not. It's more of a coming of age comeback story, but it's more of a piece about more about him than it is him trying to relate with the boys, or the boys relate to him. It's more about his character and him finding his way back. So now enough of the puns. I'm sorry with the puns. But yeah, I think that this movie deserves a lot more credibility. I hope that it makes a great amount of money. I really hope that Ben gets back to doing what he does, and he does a really great job with it, and he has fun again. I want him to have fun doing these movies, because that's where his admiration and his love for the entertainment comes in, and he makes the best damn movies. And I hope that one day he can come back and do a DC movie, and not come back as Batman, but does a DC movie. And we're all past this nonsense, because there's a lot of things I wish, but this movie right here, when it comes down to him and what he's gonna do for the DC, I don't think he's gonna come back right now. I think he's gonna just go and do his thing, and I think that's the best thing for him. So yeah, it's a great movie. It's a great movie. It's very, very in tuned to any person dealing with alcoholism, or any person that's dealing with a substance abuse. It doesn't matter. It's just any levels of substance abuse, and and dealing with tragedy in a way that you use the substance, you abuse the substance to hide the pain. And they did a really great job with it. And like I said, everything that you see in this movie, I have a feeling he was bringing his personal, I'm not gonna say baggage, but his personal thing into it. I think he was bringing his personal, all the personal, yeah, baggage. He was bringing all of his personal baggage into the film, so you can understand from his perspective that he was doing the same exact thing. He's doing the same exact thing. And I think at the end of the movie, you're going to see this is Ben Affleck again. We're going to get the Ben Affleck who did Argo. We're going to get the Ben Affleck that did The Town. We're going to get the Ben Affleck that did Good Will Hunting. We're going to get that Ben Affleck back. And I think WB is going to really give him a lot of movies and say, hey, do what you got to do. So, like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe down below. Hit that bell. This was a great movie. Go see it, please. Go see it. It's great. And also, please, please, if you guys love this movie, go see Live by Night. You will actually be surprised on how phenomenal that movie is. So, you guys have a great one. Have a great day. Bye.